on the previous episode.
You okay? What are you doing? Whatever, I give up. I really do give up with the pterosaurs.
And now, continued.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are finally back playing Jurassicraft Minecraft mod pack. We're currently chilling at our little Pachycephalosaurus / Stegosaurus exhibit. We've got about 4 baby Pachycephalosauruses, I think, yep, and 2 Stegosauruses. Now, you remember that we're leaving this area shut off for now, just until the Pachycephalosauruses are a little bigger. Apologies, had to sneeze, mainly because I don't want them to drown, which I think is fair enough. Now, what are we doing? We are going over here, because we are working on something incredible, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to work on something incredible. Now, I've been thinking, I don't really want to remove the lake. I kind of love the lake. We're going to get rid of this tree, because the tree, nobody likes trees, for one, as we've established many times in the past. So we're going to get rid of that. And all the accompanying viney, leafy rubbish. Nobody likes nature. Nobody likes nature. Go away, nature. Be gone, nature. Feels like this tree isn't going to die unless I kill it myself. Anyways, so here we're going to fill in that gap there, maybe knock out a bit of that there, and this is where we're going to build the Raptor exhibit, because I really like this area and this. I don't want to get rid of that, because I think that looks really cool. So I'd like to keep that here if possible. And this is where we're going to build the Raptor exhibit. So we're just going to basically, we're going to fill this in so we can build in this area here. Now you remember, we're going to build the Raptor exhibit like the feeding exhibit from Jurassic Park. So it's going to be a big like metal block structure with a ramp up the side where you'll be able to go in and stuff. We're going to maybe do a little bit here just to give me just a little bit more room to work with. What's that noise? Oh, it's the goo. Okay, is that going to be enough room? No, probably not. Let's just get rid of this little bit over here as well. Splendiferous. Lovely, 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 lovely. And if we just extend it out here a tiny little bit more, and hopefully we can get this to an acceptable state. Now this doesn't really look like the right area for the Raptor exhibit. The Raptor exhibit was quite leafy and stuff was right by the visitor centre-ish, I believe-ish. But I really like this swamp. It wasn't right by the visitor centre, I don't know why I'm saying that. It was somewhat in the vicinity, because they went straight from there to have lunch, didn't they? Now I don't know if they had lunch at the visitor centre, but I think it was. Let's go with this sand. How are you still alive? Go away. I think that's probably enough room. I think that'll be, if I cover this area, I think that'll be a sizable Raptor exhibit. Because at the end of the day, it can't be too huge, because it has to look something like it did in the film, and it wasn't massive in the film, you know. It was a moderate size feeding enclosure, not one of those fancy new huge ones that they've got in Mexico, you know. You know. Right. So what we need to do is pick a block. I think we're gonna have a look. Is there a steel or metal? Not iron. Iron block. Iron scaffold. Oh, we're gonna get some of that because that's gonna be cool. Iron furnace. Iron ore. I thought iron blocks were a thing. Are iron blocks not a thing? Or am I really, really blind? There's a good chance of either of these things. Probably the blind one more than the other. Okay. Is that meant to be the iron block? Block of, oh, that looks horrendous. Please don't be the block of iron. I'm going to be very disappointed. I mean, that's going to be really cool for some things. Imagine that. Oh my god, we can totally recreate the scene where Arnold dies. Arnold being Samuel L. Jackson. You think we can use this kind of thing, do like an underground, really dark cavern, like with the staircase down and a couple of turns. I mean, use this for wiring. That is really cool. I'm excited. It is causing a problem because I wanted that for my exhibit, but I think this lapis one, that might look okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Right. So what we're gonna do first is make like a rectangular shape along here. Now I don't have like a picture next to me. I've got a rough idea of what this thing looks like. It's not going to match it exactly, but we'll get a decent idea, I think. Ooh, it's raining. No, it's not. Back one more, and then across. Rain turned off. Good job. Look at it. Look how off that rain is. Tree! Tree! Be gone, tree! Oh, goddamn trees. And back across here. Oh. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just extend the ground out a little bit more. Like so. Okay. So, what we'll probably have to do is build out. You're going to come across here. And I think you're going to come across probably on this side. So what we'll do is I'll knock all this into grass. And we'll swap out this. We're going to have to get rid of this tree. Right, come on. So you'll come across the lovely jubbly lake, which will be Raptor Lake from now on. I'm going to go through and name things and stuff. I mean, but if we zoom out, I mean, look how big the park is now. It's massive. Massive. You can't actually see the start, which is, you know, it's over there somewhere. Is it? Or is it over there? No, that's the Dilophosaurus. That's the Compies. That's the Glacial exhibit. That's the Dodos. That's the Stegosauruses. And that's the birdcage, obviously. Oh, wait. Okay, back down here. Don't know what that noise was, don't know why I said that, but I did. That's the way it is. Whee! Now, I want, like, a rim, so we're going to go ahead and double this up. I want, like, an iron block rim around the outside. I don't know why, but in my head, there is one, so that's what we're doing. So we're just going to nip all the way along here. Just like, oh, crikey. Yep. We are going to have to do some episodes like this where I pretty much just build, otherwise I'm never going to get anywhere. Now, this isn't going to be a huge exhibit, but I think in terms of scale, in terms of how big it is in the film, I think it's going to look pretty accurate, actually. A lot of people have been asking me about what texture pack this is. This is actually a Jurassic Park texture pack. If you just Google Jurassic Park texture pack, Minecraft or something, you should probably find it, to be honest. It probably won't be that difficult, so let's give that a go. Okay, and we're just going to go along like this and build ourselves an exhibit wall. I could probably triple this, couldn't I? Now, it does have to be fairly tall. I'm trying to think about how deep this thing probably is, and it was pretty damn deep. You're going to get in and out via... There's going to be like a service ladder for just maintenance workers, obviously, behind like an iron gate, and everyone else will basically just walk around the outside on one of the sides. Because if you think about it like it is in the film, imagine... What they did was they basically walked up a staircase here, up to the top, and there's like a platform here, and they looked over and into the exhibit. And they couldn't actually really see... I don't know if they could see in the exhibit. It was very leafy, and they didn't show anything in the film. Now, I understand they didn't show anything in the film, for one, for budget reasons, and for two, because it creates a bit more fear. You know, all you see is this cow go down, you hear these noises, and then the cow comes up and it's all torn to shreds. You know, it's quite impactful. Not showing things is often scarier than actually showing things. But I don't know whether Sattler and Co. could actually... Mr. Piggy, I'm sorry. Be gone! It's for your own good. It's for your own good. Now, this clearly isn't big enough yet. We're going to triple this one if we can. Beautiful. Bam, bam, bam. So, yeah, I don't know if they could see inside. I'm not going to do it too deep. This actually might be just about big enough. And we're going to go in there. We're going to plant some trees, because I do kind of want it to look like it did in the film. I wonder, I've just had an idea. People tell me if this will actually, let's make it daytime, tell me if this will actually work. Instead of putting a feeder, if I put a cow spawner, will the raptors actually eat the cows? I know they'll hunt the cows, but will they eat the meat? Because if they would, that would be really cool, and it would be just like the film, which is kind of what we're trying to do here. Isn't it? Well, in some exhibits, this being one of them. Apples! Okay. Nearly there, nearly there. I think this might be enough for me, personally. I don't want it to be too tall, because you need to be able to see inside, you need to be able to see the raptors, and I can't be bothered, mainly, so... Plus, I think it'll look better if it's not super duper tall. Nearly there. I think this is the last row. Yeppers. Now, at the moment, it kind of just looks like a big iron block. What I will do before the next episode is get up a photo, but I think in terms of height, this is about what I'm aiming for. So, you'll come down, you'll go here, you'll walk along here, so we're going to drop all this into iron. Like so. Actually, let's double that out. For sheep, please be gone. There's no place for sheep. There's a place for raptors. And Ellie Sattler. I was so attracted to Ellie Sattler. She was like my first love. It was crazy. Anyways, what am I using? Lapis Lupis. Can I use that as a... Is there stairs? Oh, there is. You're a little stunner, aren't you? You're an absolute little stunner. Right. Okay, I need to think about this. So, I think the idea is I'm just going to have you go up and walk onto... Yeah, that'll work, that'll work. Okay, so we just need to build like a little staircase, really. Oopsie daisy. Hup, hup. Nearly there. Nearly there. And that'll get you... Next one will actually get you onto the top, so we can add all the staircases. I will change how this looks to make it match the film a little bit more. I just don't have an absolutely perfect recollection of what it looks like in the film, so I can't really do it right now. But next episode, we shall do some changes and actually add the raptors in. And then let's just build this out to here. Obviously, this will be metal all the way down eventually, just not right this second. Is that straight? No, now it is. Back down here, and let's just add a block there and do the same. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. Cool? I think it's cool. Let's just make this a wall. Hello! Go away! Meh. 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 I don't want to murder you all, but you're not really giving me much choice, I'm afraid. Okay. I like it. It's not film perfect yet, but it will be. It will be. You go up here, and then there'll be a... I'll block this off somehow, but it's probably going to be an iron fence, I think. And you'll stand here. What I'll do is I'll probably build this one out a little bit. So if I do this, then I can put an iron fence on and still have you able to walk around a little bit. Like so. So there'll be an iron fence here, you'll stand here and you go, oh, raptors, and you'll be able to walk down here. Okay, you'll be able to fall off, but just don't be stupid. Maybe I'll put a lip on this and extend it out further. Oh no! Come here, come back! And you'll look over and oh look at all those raptors. Look at them all! Look at them all! And there'll be trees and cows and it's gonna be exciting. I'm very excited. What I might do is I'm tempted to like... Is that doubled? Not really. I kinda want to put like this kind of thing in. I think this will look really cool. If I do it like that. See, that's awesome. Why am I not doing that all over the... I'm going to have to start doing that all over the park. Because that is going to create such a good, like... I really like that. Sorry, I'm dead happy with that. I can do like under... That like under all the... Let's do... Sorry, I'm just going to... It's not really making much sense. Let's make it nighttime. I'm really excited about this and I really shouldn't be. It's really sad. I love it. I know it's nothing... But I really like that. I don't know why. It's just making me unnaturally happy. Oh, crikey. Okay. So let's nip back over here. I need to swap out a block. Now, as you can see, I've actually changed this here. This is now a double gate. It's the only way I could think of doing it, and it has worked. So, all is well. Now, this bit, you're going to go on the bridge, and you're going to come along down here. Sorry, make it daytime again. Land over here somewhere and change this to wood. Now, don't know how I'm going to do this in terms of... What I might do is you come across... no, we'll see. We'll see. I need to build a bridge before I start worrying about this. But this looks nice. Raptors! Wah! Okay, zoom out. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Yeah, that's going to look really good. I will do more. Obviously, there's going to be trees. It's not going to be just this blank thing. And I'll figure out a way to make it look a bit more like the film. Let's get that iron fencing on there for a start. Because there was like an iron... no, we'll go for bars. There was like an iron fence along the front of it so that people didn't walk into the raptor enclosure, basically. Which is fair enough, I believe. You know? Why does this have little balls on the top? It really irritates me. this is a really nice texture pack. I was quite surprised. I loved the one I was using in the first few episodes, but this one's actually really cool as well. However, some things, mainly the iron bars, they just don't work. But either way, you can look over, but you can't fall in, which is kind of perfect. And if I go ahead and stick that there as well, and along there a little bit. Not sure I like that. I'm not sure I like having the bars. That's not a big deal. It actually looks okay. Cool. Cool. Can I put that there? Yes, but it will block me in. Well, it bloody shouldn't it? Set that there, and we'll go ahead and just stick these all along the outside as well. I might try to find something else. I'm not sure if there's any other bars I can use. I don't think fencing is going to work. I don't think it's going to look right, personally. We shall have a look at some point in the future. Yeah, oh, exciting opportunity, get off. Let's snip in here, grab this, and we're going to go ahead and do some, because this is like, looks like it could be, oh no, I can't do that, can I? No, screw it, I can. Okay, I don't even care. And what I'll do is I'll probably block this from the other side, in like an enclosure, I guess. Oh no, it looks okay, I don't mind that. We'll work on that. In fact, I'm gonna pause the video just for a second. We're gonna have a quick cheeky little Google, okay? Okay, I got an image up, and it's actually not awful. You know, looking at it, it's a bit high, I think. But in general, it's not bad. There is one thing. There's a tower. They come up through the stairs. It's not nearly as big a staircase, but there should be a tower on this side. Actually, where the staircase ends, but we're not going to do that. But what we can do, if we grab this, start building this kind of into like a tower block. I don't know what it is. I assume it's just meant to be like a security tower, but I'm looking at it now, and they didn't really focus on it in the film, but it's definitely there. If I let's just get this up to the top. It's probably not going to be quite big enough at the moment. If any of you guys ever have suggestions and ideas or things you want to see, obviously go for it. I'm more than happy to incorporate ideas and stuff. It's a communal park to an extent. I'm just the one who has to click all the blimmin' buttons, basically. But I do it out of love. I mean, it's not a huge tower. It's out in the middle. If that's not in the middle, I'm going to cry. No, it's not. So we're just going to have to build that up just on this side a little bit as well. Otherwise, it will make me super duper sad, basically. You know what I'm like. Whee! Bum, bum, bum. Oh! Oh! Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. I expected that ages ago. Because the Ankylosaurus is the one that bugged out and is kind of sitting in a random fence place. I'm probably going to scrap that starting exhibit. I think I've got a lot better at building since then, and I think we could build something quite a bit cooler. This really isn't cube shaped, is it? It's 3 by 5. It's just not right. I have to build it out a little bit more. It's not going to be quite there, but this will do. I'm not doing any further. It'll be too big. And it kind of looks like the right stuff. I mean, it's not as blocky in the film, but yeah, I know the answer. You just told me he's starved. How can he be hungry? He's starved. He's done. He's done being hungry. He's starved. He's past hungry. He's starved. Whatever. Like I said, we will work on that in the future, because I do love the Ankylosaurus and I love the Triceratops, and I don't feel their exhibits are really indicative of my love for them as dinosaurs anymore. So we're going to build something nice and dramatic for them. But that's basically going to be, that tower's going to come up at the side. It's going to have like a little, actually tell you what, that's where we'll build the ladder, and then there'll be a hatch at the bottom so you can pop out under here, just for like fixing and technical stuff. I really haven't answered apart from that, really, to be honest, guys. Bum, bum, bum. Let's put a bit of this in. I'm just going to do that every now and again. I mean, you've got to think this is like an in-progress park, so it's being built, so it's not going to be all nice and fixed at every single opportunity. That really wasn't an English sentence, was it? Some wiring's going to be exposed, some bits are going to be faulty, all that kind of jazz. Now, there's one thing I've said I would really like to do is the bit where Arnold dies, where Sattler goes down to reset the park's power sequence. And I believe one of the paintings is perfect for that as well. I can't quite remember which one, but I'm pretty sure there is one. I think this should be tall enough. I think. Might actually be one too tall. Looking at it, that's probably... It's actually probably just a little bit too big. Let's knock that down. Because it's not that high, but there's a bit where people are standing on here, and then there'd be poles going up here. Although I'm probably going to make these with actual poles. And then there's like a little roof, and you stand here and you go to shoot the raptors that are trying to escape, or, you know, whatever. Things like that. I like that. I think that's really cool. I mean, we'll work on it and we'll make it better, but guys, I'm kind of happy. I really am. I'm not going to be able to get the shape quite right. Like in the film, there's these bars that go like this kind of angle. They come up, they're like wider at the bottom. It's like this kind of shape. I'm going to struggle to actually make this. I'm not really sure how. If you imagine this, but not awful, you see like how it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. That's an awful example, but it's like a pyramid kind of thing, edging inwards. I'm going to take a quick little look. It also need to be sandy. It's not grassy around the base. I'm considering making it sandy, but in general, I think that's pretty damn cool and a good video's work. Next video, we're going to finish building the tower. We're going to put the raptors in. We might do the bridge, but I really want to do this. I really want to do this underground thing. Now that I've found these wires, we can make something really cool, really dark and creepy. You know, just a couple of lights here and there, very rare lights, and you have to navigate through the darkness and turn the power back on and stuff. I really like that, and I think that's going to be really cool. However, I need to know where I'm going to put it. Now, the visitor centre's going in this middle region. I mean, we can do it. It's got to be fairly close to the raptors, doesn't it? Because the raptors break out of their enclosure, which admittedly this isn't actually the enclosure, this is the feeding pen. But the raptors break out of their enclosure, and they're in that area because they kill, you know, they get in there. Don't know why I had to say that twice really emphatically, but they get in there. So I think we might do it. You'll come across the bridge, you go down here, you're going to go up and you're going to come back down the same way, and then you'll carry on down this way, probably curl around to the left, I think, back over here for something like the Brachiosaurus. But this area here is relatively... I mean, the visitor centre's there, but this area here I don't think is going to be utilised. So what we might do is do like a second dirt path, like say a game trail type thing. Because you imagine, I'm picturing it in my head, it's like a little bunker and it's behind a fence in the trees, so we won't really knock out many of these trees. And there's going to be a fence along here. Although it does have to be a bit flatter, maybe along this bit here. And there's a fence there and there's a little bunker, and you'll go down from there. And it's on a game trail. And that actually links to the Brachiosaurus paddock, because that's where... That would make a lot of sense, because Thingy, Sattler, runs from the bunker over here, and she runs this kind of direction, and she runs into Grant at the Brachiosaurus paddock. Now, admittedly, Brachiosaurus paddock here is going to be difficult given, you know, the cliffs. This whole area is going to be a bitch to build in. But what we could do is probably flatten this bit like around here, and I accept that it's going to take a lot of work and that Brachiosaurus paddock has to be huge, and it will be, but the cliffs will serve as a nice like natural boundary anyway. Why is there a floating mountain? What is it? I'm going to get rid of this. This did not occur in Jurassic Park as far as I remember. Maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe there was a floating island with a goddamn tree in it. I don't think there was. Stop lagging. Thank you. Okay. Anyways. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at that. My bird cage. I'm really happy. I really am. I don't care. It's cool. It's awesome. Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you lovely people in the next episode. Cheers. Much love. Bye-bye.